I was also thinking here of the spirit in the bottle story that we went over, where you have the father who's the woodsman cutting down in the forest, and he's working very hard, and he's just working, 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 and then you
Mm.
have the son come in as the influence of like, let's pull you out of just your workaday life and bring you onto something greater. And here you have the wife doing that, where the sharpshooter is um he would, if it was just up to him, he'd just go to work every day, he'd kill the birds, and that's it. And so she, like any good opportunity, is both a threat and an opportunity, and she sort of begins to bring him out of himself. And the first thing she does is says, hey, you look weary. So she points to him, and then she says, um go borrow some money and buy some thread with it, and then just go to sleep and I'll take care of it. So at that point, we have our hero being very led. He's just being told what to do. And he's just sort of going on. He's like, oh, okay, honey, that's what you want. I'll go do it. And he goes to bed. And then there's this tapestry, and she, or the intuitive hit of it, this magical nature of it is like she's able to say, well, bring it to the market, and gives him all this advice about how to handle it. And he's like, okay, and he does that, and he sort of follows the guidance, even though you can think like Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack brings his donkey to the market, and he's told to make sure he gets money for it. And he's like, "Oh, I'll just take these beans." Like he's kind of a dopey guy. This guy's like, "No, she said to not set a price. I'm not going to set a price." So he sort of follows the advice of the sorceress woman, the sort of magical, voice in his life, this magical influence in his life. He follows it without really questioning it too much. And as he does that, you see him actually grow in wisdom. So, a little bit later, I mean, we can get into the a little bit later, but you do see him get smarter and smarter. Where in the end, he's like playing tricks on other people, and he's able to just kind of, he starts to take on some of the qualities of the trickster, the trickery of his wife, the wisdom of his wife. He starts to grow in him.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, in a way, she completes him. I mean, both in this and the Iron Shoes, the hero starts out, yeah, kind of aimless, purposelessness. They don't have ambition or anything, and but then they go to another place, a dark place, the dark part of the wood in this story, and then that's where and they do something, they risk something a little bit here, but and yeah, they get the voice of intuition, and then the magic and all that stuff, kind of that intuition like fills in maybe for that ambition or that drive or that aim that they did not have before.
Yeah, it's almost like it gets sublimated and comes out cleaner because the ambition, the king has ambition, the mayor has
Yeah.
ambition, but it's not a
Yeah.
good kind of ambition. And
Yeah.
so you have this sharpshooter without any of that kind of ambition. He just wants to do his job, but he's the one that gets the reward. He's the one that um, both has the beautiful wife and then also has sort of the growth process happen to him. He grows as a person, whereas everybody else in the story
Yeah.
either stays the same or ends up dead if you're the king.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.